What's going on, everyone? It is October, and it feels very good. It feels brisk, crisp, and we are here, ready to kiki with you guys. Welcome to another episode of the Inner Circle Podcast. I am Charlie with my best girlfriend, Melanie.
Hello.
Listen, the sicky monsters may be trying to get us, but can't hold us down.
I know.
They can't hold us down. How are you?
I'm good. I feel, I had a medical procedure done. Not to get into a lot of details because it's girl stuff related, but I'm feeling a little down for the count. But I pulled it out. I pulled myself together for this episode. But I'm good. Can't complain. How are you?
Well, I'm telling you something. They're trying to get us, girl. They're trying to get us. Stop me, girl. um, I'm good, thank God, because
Yeah.
I had a little scare myself. Um, this past weekend, it started Saturday night. I just started myself feel like stuffy. I went to bed and I was stuffy, like stuffy as fuck. I'm like, what the hell? I slept with water. I put a gallon of water near my bed because I had a feeling. I just had a feeling. And thank God I did because it was right next to my bed.
Yeah.
Up 2 to 3 times, no lie, throughout the night, I had to wake up and like lean over and drink water because I was so stuffy. I was breathing through my mouth. And like I would wake up like dry,
Cotton mouth?
Yeah, where I had to like reach over and like literally like drink water. That was Saturday. Sunday, I woke up feeling like I got hit by a Mack truck. Like my
Ooh.
whole body hurt. I don't know if it was my workout because Saturday I did have a very intense I went extra and it was more intense.
Yeah.
Camp style my workout. So I don't know if it was that. But all I know is that my body was saying, slow down, bitch, slow down. Because like I decided not to go to the gym on Sunday. I'm like, you know what? Skip it. And just kind of like try to rest and kill whatever was trying to come up, like, brew. Um, like Monday, I kind of felt the same, and yesterday a little bit, but yesterday I took some time off to be able to like really dead whatever was trying to creep. And here we are. I feel much better today. A little slight. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but just a little slight congestion, but nothing crazy. No crazy cough or whatever. No tingly in my throat. So I'm glad that whatever was trying to come up, like I did it. But damn. it was trying to get us out here. It was trying to get us. But yeah, I mean, I can't we can't talk about our weekend because it's not like we did much. We were fucking.
Yeah, my weekend actually that was Monday. My procedure was on Monday, but this weekend I just basically cleaned, stocked up on groceries because I was literally like living like a college student with no groceries. But I got the new iPhone 16, which I'm super hyped about. It's bigger than the iPhone that I had. Like I had the iPhone, and I know it's super old, but the 12 Pro Max.
Okay.
I got the 16 Pro Max, and it's like huger. None of my cases fit, and I took basically like the whole day to set it up, transferring data, which I've never done before. I'm accustomed to going to the T-Mobile store T-Mobile and having them do it for me. But at this point, my brother told me, and a lot of people were saying that it's better to just do it yourself. Because when you go to when you go to the store, they're trying to upcharge you or upsell you with shit. And I'm not going to in the store.
I was one of the people that told you like, I'd rather not go to the store. I was one of those people.
Yeah, but nonetheless, it took forever for it to like download, but everything's there. Somehow it's working. I just have to send in my old one.
The only downside of that, of me, the part of me that does still want to go to the store is because of that. Because they could just do it themselves, the whole like thing.
But like when I first started doing the transfer, it said 20 hours. Then it said it's going to take about 11. Then it went down within a 5-minute range. It said 8 hours. And then after 3 hours, it went down to 4. And then at like 6:45, that's when it was completely transferred. So it doesn't take that long. I was expecting it to like be ready and done by like 9 o'clock tonight, and it was actually fine. But I'm excited. I just need to get a new phone case because I don't want to drop it.
Yeah. With me,
Yeah.
I finally updated my phone, the 14, to the 17 software. I'm a few softwares behind. I guess there's 18. So I guess tonight I'll download the 18 one or whatever. But literally earlier today, I downloaded the upgrade to 17. I'm behind big time.
What? Which one do I have? I don't know. Mine was updated.
Well,
That's
yours
why.
is gonna be 18 because it's the new phone. So
But you know what's crazy? The anxiety that I had because I was like, actually, I didn't really have anxiety. At first, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get connected to anyone? Like, how am I supposed to reach out and let them know what I'm doing? Then I was like, duh, use your MacBook. So I used my MacBook to like message you and my brother and let you guys know. And shout out to having all, listen, this is why, and I'm sorry for you Android people out there. This is why I will forever stick to Apple because if I didn't, obviously I wasn't able to have my actual phone that I was working with. So having my MacBook helped me.
Oh yeah, there you go. Or if you have an
Phone
iPad,
calls and I was answering like text messages through my MacBook.
it's true. You know what, right? It's true. Being Team Apple, we do have those like little privileges. Like it's all connected. The iPad, MacBook, phone. So that it is a good thing. I never really cared about the Android Apple thing, but I do think Apple's better. And I even
There's
said
this new thing that my friend Chris just told me. It's called RCS chat. That like Android people can chat with iPhone people.
I
I
heard
don't
about
know.
that. I heard something like that.
Let us know in the comments what it is because I don't know. I'm used to like WhatsApping people on Android, but yeah, I'm excited for my phone.
Um, I was going to ask you any shows that you've been catching up or watching.
So since I have this whole week off, I took the whole week off to rest. I've been watching the Menendez brothers story, Monster, the Menendez brothers,
Mhm.
something like that. It's on Netflix. Yo, that shit. First of all, I followed the trial not when I was younger because that trial happened like literally when I was a baby. But I I guess the story was repeated often like a couple
Mhm.
years ago, especially with the whole Menudo thing because he's associated with a Menudo member. Um, I read about it and I watched like documentaries and stuff. It's creepy. It's sad. I feel for those kids, for those guys, but like the way that Ryan Murphy, I guess the narrative is that it was a incestual relationship between the brothers.
Mm.
And like they just painted the picture. This is so far what I've gotten from it so far. And they're painting this narrative like, oh yeah, like my father molested me and it forced me to molest my brother type of vibes. Like, I don't know. So far, it's kind of creepy, but I like the music that they have. Milli Vanilli is back.
I tried to give it a chance. I tried
Yeah.
to give it a chance this past weekend. I watched maybe like the first 5 minutes when they're like in the limo, and it's crazy. It's crazy how you brought that up because I didn't know that was a narrative or whatever. I heard that people or they weren't happy with how it's being portrayed by Ryan Murphy, but I did hear some complaints. But within the five first minutes, I'm like, they're brothers. What in the gay hell? Why am I getting gay vibes? And that's when it was in the limo.
Yep.
It was the first episode. And again, I only watched like 5 minutes because
That that episode that it kind of it's very I don't know. The first episode you kind of get the vibe like, whoa, what is going on? Like they have a secret or whatever. But yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna keep watching. But I
yeah,
don't like I don't like when something is diverted completely different from the actual story.
yeah. But just for storytelling and I guess money, I guess Hollywood. But that's
What about
insane.
you?
Me, like I said, I only watched the first. I tried to give it a chance because I thought of you. I know you.
No, I mean like other shows
Other
besides
shows
that.
wise, The Circle. I've been watching The Circle. Finally, I finished
I can't get into
last
that.
season of Basketball Wives. I finished. I binged that because I got the season and it finished airing on VH1. So I've
Mhm.
watched the whole thing. What else have I been watching? Um, I finished that, and then I guess just started catching up on The Circle, which is out. So it's all today drops the last episode. So I still have like 4 more episodes to go because they're almost like an hour each episode.
Yeah.
I've
The
been
next
watching
show
that.
that I want to watch is the Aaron Hernandez show. It's I think is it on Hulu? I think it's
It's
on
on
Hulu.
Hulu. It's on FX, but obviously they're airing on Hulu. Yes, me and I was telling, funny you bring that up because last week I messaged my brothers and I'm like, are y'all watching this? Because that's another one where, listen, it's straight up. Like I even seen like little previews and stuff. He's kissing another man in the one of the previews and stuff. Like there's no
Yeah.
secret. Yeah, that's another one where it's like they really explore and talk about his bisexuality and how they think maybe that contributed to some of his wicked ways. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that he was. I think
Bisexual?
yeah.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see on the show. They really talk about it. And it's funny because even before the show, I heard loud rumblings allegedly about his sexuality. So um the fact that now there's a show and they are kind of like going there, I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. But I haven't watched it myself yet. It's not enough for me to go run and
I used
watch.
to have a crush on Aaron Hernandez, and I first of all I don't like the Patriots. Never have, never will. Go
I was
Birds.
never into football.
But
Yeah.
I would see him and Jason Edelman, I think is his name, and I would be like, damn, they're kind of fooling.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
thought it's
And
the
then
same thing.
Aaron Hernandez is Puerto Rican, and I was like, oh. And then when I see his wife, she looks like little Bow Wow with a wig on.
Beard.
With a beard.
Sometimes you gotta wonder. Listen, forgive me, people who don't get mad at me when I'm about to say this. But sometimes you gotta wonder when you see a hot guy,
Mhm.
not with a regular bitch, but an ugly bitch. You gotta wonder, like that's a cover up. That's a cover up. He's with
But
the chick just
it
for
can go both ways.
Hmm?
It could go both ways. Like, I just think, would I ever be a beard for someone? I wouldn't. I have such a good gaydar. I could never be a beard for someone. But then you think about Real Housewives of Miami, Alexa, whatever her name is.
Alexia, yeah. She was with Herman.
Yeah, and Herman was butt ass ugly, and she looks like a Cuban Barbie. I don't know. I don't think.
But he also was having sex with men. He was bisexual.
Yeah, I don't
And he
know.
had money and he has some coin. So I think for women it's easier to put up with it, especially if they're not having sex and they could chip. No, hear me out. Hear me out. The guy has money. They're really not having sex because you know how it is in a relationship. Look at me. Am I ugly? And I still have sometimes trouble having sex or had, So it happened. Like, I'm sure it happened with Dom. He's not that cute, whatever. She's not. She's a Taurus too.
She does.
And they weren't having sex, so she's in it for the money. Let's say, generally speaking, the women stays with the money, deals with the ugly motherfucker, but there's the money and lets the guy either do his thing. Hey, they're being a kept woman. So you couldn't
I'm
do
not
it.
in that situation, but I can't see myself doing that. Like I don't know. I could not. If the opportunity like arose, I don't know. You better have buku bucks. We could be besties. Go out the way me and you go out.
Right?
Imagine. Could you imagine? And this is my telenovela thinking right now. Could you imagine I date someone that secretly likes you and starts hooking up with you?
Que novela.
What is it? Dos mujeres, un camino? Hell
Well,
no.
one, I have boundaries. I would do, and I would tell you right off the bat, like, girl.
Yeah.
Like my intuition, period. But then add my intuition, my blessed intuition with my gaydar, I'll be like, girl.
Or like a bi that wants both of us. Hell no.
There was one of your boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, that I kind of was like,
oh
huh?
yeah.
There was one that I'm like, I wonder
Mine?
about
One of mine?
one of your exes that I somewhat kind of stopped and thought like, But
Would
that's
you?
a still,
Wait, what did you stop and
that's a
think
different
like that
show.
you would or you have?
Not that I would, that
They would.
they would.
I know exactly what you're talking about because yeah, to this day, always asking about you. Like that's
But
weird.
no names mentioned. But anyways, you sent me something about Diddy. And listen, we've been talking. It's funny because I got, the
Diddler.
analytical stuff about our podcast and stuff. So I'm going through things and I'm like, damn, we've been covering this Diddy thing since it broke out.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are almost a year later since we started talking about it. But listen, it's a lot keeps coming up. So obviously we're gonna talk about what's trending out there. And you sent me something if you want to explain where you were like, oh, he's done.
Yeah, he is. Basically, there is new evidence of different people, celebrities, and like high-ranking names that are involved in all the activities that Diddy partake in, allegedly. And they're going to release the names in 30 days. So countdown for the I don't even know expose.
Name him. Name him.
Name.
Name him. I'm waiting. Like
That's a lot of people. I saw this interview last night with 50 Cent, and a lot of people that haven't opened their mouths or said anything, or like they're like very hush hush and say like, "Oh, I feel for the kids," blah blah blah. It's because they're involved somehow, but they're not putting their 2 cents because they're afraid that these tapes are going to be released, and they should be. They should be.
I'm waiting to see the other names involved and put out there. I'm no voy a cantar Victoria until I hear names because I feel like but now I seen what you sent me and a lot of people are coming forward.
You think so? Well, a lot of people
are coming forward suing him.
I guess
With some allegations. But this is where I have to now
bandwagon shit.
Thank you. That's where I was gonna
There's
go.
120 new victims.
Yes. I thought it said it in the video and that thing you sent me. I thought you
I mean I didn't hear 120.
Yes, and including supposedly that he abused a 9-year-old.
Oh yes, I heard that.
This is getting very Michael Jackson-esque.
No, I don't think Michael Jackson.
In a sense, well, Michael Jackson was blamed multiple times and sued multiple times through our lifetime that he abused boys or whatever.
Imagine if he was part of the Diddy parties.
Listen, and a few things I want to touch on the Diddy parties. Now that you bring that up. I feel like not every Diddy party, because now we want to crucify everyone who's been photographed at a white party, at a Diddy party throughout the years. Not every party, in my heart of hearts, feels it was a freak out party. Now there's the after party.
Yeah.
Now we don't know what happens in the after party. It's like you coming to my party, girl. Like we hang out. You're gonna come to my party, Kiki, but we know I'm the freak out of us too. And I have after parties. Are you staying at the after party? No, but you showed up at the party and then you see your way home. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I feel like everyone associated or now pictures of everyone that was ever at a Diddy party or hung out with Diddy at a party, for everyone to be like pointing fingers at them, it's wild to me. It's like, relax. I don't feel everyone that went to all those parties that he threw throughout the years were necessarily all freak offs. Were there freak offs and a lot of freak offs? I'm sure, but not every.
They were the afties.
Exactly. It's like the after parties. Not everyone's a freak like that, and not everyone's invited to the after party. So
I was on TikTok. They have a lot. Like I went through a rabbit hole, bitch. It was crazy. But like, there are people that would say like previous security guards and stuff. They would say things like the waitresses, everyone that was attending his parties, they will all be topless. If they gave you some drink and you didn't, if like you vomited, they would make you eat your vomit because some people got off on that. If you basically had to use the bathroom, some people like the dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, yeah. I
It,
believe it. I
it,
believe it. Those high power people.
you know what's crazy? If
I
he
was,
instead
I was gonna say
of
something, but I
having
don't
a
want
thousand bottles of baby oil and lube, he should have had like cleaning supplies.
to listen. I believe it. I believe. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe the stories out there. I believe. Obviously, we seen the video of him beating the shit out of Cassie, like that right there.
Mhm.
Especially when she sued him. Everything that is said in her paper, in her testimony, and her suing him, I believe it because there's videos that have been released to accompany it. So I believe that he likes to sit back and watch. I believe he's bisexual. I believe he likes the BBCs and all that stuff. Now,
BBC.
with that being said, I now everyone coming out of the woodwork suing. Is there truth to some of these people coming out? Yes. But then it sucks. And this is what sucks about these situations because then there's the people, like you kind of said, the bandwagon. Oh, let me get some attention. Try to maybe make a dollar. And that's what sucks
Well,
because it makes it hard for
yeah.
the people who are actually saying the truth. You know what I mean? The people that actually were victims.
Well, those people are going to, expose themselves in due time. Like this country is built on innocent until
Until
proven
proven.
guilty.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of Americans or people in general have a mentality like, "Oh, you're guilty until you're proven innocent." I feel that all roads lead to Diddy being implicated and he's guilty in many ways. Like there's probably evidence that has been fucking thrown out, just like hidden or never seen, will never see the light of day. But I think with the case that they're building against him, he's gonna get his. As far as the people who are the bandwagons and shit, if it's all gonna come out, and if they don't have enough evidentiary support, then they're not gonna get anything. And that would be a waste of time and money for a person to go and lie. I
But
don't know.
there's some
I would
crazy
not.
ass people out there. Look at that bitch who called the cops saying that she. So, like, remember last year at the side of the highway and this and that was a big news that she got kidnapped. People
Oh
crazy.
yeah,
People crazy.
remember a couple years ago, this girl in the Bronx got snatched, and it was because she was walking with her mom in the Bronx.
Oh, I remember that.
She was gonna like not deport her, but make her move back to wherever she was from, Panama or some shit like
I
that,
remember that.
or Honduras. And she didn't want to move because she had a little boyfriend
I
here.
remember that.
Whatever happened to those people?
I remember that. No, but it's just sad and unfortunate. And honestly, again, we've been reporting about Diddy and everything that keeps coming out.
I just feel bad for the kid.
Excuse me.
His daughters. His
Oh,
daughters. He has a fucking baby girl, and then he has his
the
twin
line, the
brother.
twins, but they're 17. Although it's still, I'm not trying to
They
say
don't
just.
have their mom. They
It's
don't
still
have
sad.
someone to like fall back on. That's sad.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and I was thinking about it. Like, damn, like it was really sinking in after you sent me that video, and just every day hearing about it, new things coming up. Like, this is someone we grew up on. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy to see. R. Kelly was crazy to see when that was happening.
I've been known about it.
Diddy's on a
Everybody
whole nother like. I feel like Diddy's on a whole nother level than R. Kelly, like power and all this stuff. So for all this to be going down, I'm like, wow, this is someone we grew up on. You know what I mean? Like someone you watch from the beginning, like small and like watched on TV. They're making the bands and on TRL because we were MTV junkies who grew up in that late '90s. So
and
it's
everybody knows how much I live for Bad Boy Records. Like
it's
Bad Boy
crazy.
Records is my shit. I still listen to Bad Boy Records, but there were things that Diddy would do that I was like, he's not just a hood rat. Look at him running the New York City Marathon. He brought so much like
Right? He did.
attention and stuff. Like he came out with he didn't come out with Rock the Vote, but he was very big on like voting,
Yeah,
and he was one of
I
the reasons
remember
like
that.
when we were in our 18, 19-year-old age, we're like, oh, our favorite celebrities are saying to vote, we should vote.
Mm.
Remember? when he had like this campaign and it was called No Bitch Assness.
Oh yeah. He started on no bitch assness, and that became big. A lot of people was using that.
I bought the shirt and I wore it to work once, and I got in trouble when I was in Forever 21. But I was like, I love this, but I don't know.
It's
I can
crazy.
separate the artist from the person, but this is gonna be very hard because
Yeah,
no.
it's insane. Listen, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna hear so much, and we're not done talking and reporting about this. But do you think? And I'm starting, and I'm a little concerned for the man. Do you think it's gonna be like an Epstein type of thing for him? You know how Epstein ended?
Wow. Yeah, probably.
Because
He's
Epstein had
looking
a lot of names, and the powers that be, Illuminati allegedly. I mean, listen,
if something happens to him while he's in custody, then we know that it
we know,
wasn't his
we
doing.
know.
Yeah.
We want the people out there, the internet or whatever, everyone out there. You know, since you have tracking here, everything on the phones. If something happens to Diddy,
Mm.
in your custody, we know. We know. We already know about Epstein. We know Epstein just didn't hang himself. We know. Don't make it too obvious with Diddy either, y'all. Don't make it too obvious. That's what I'm saying. But anyways, moving on to maybe not so much lighter news, but did you hear about Miley Cyrus getting sued? Not necessarily by Bruno Mars, but the people that produced Bruno Mars, and I should have came up with the names because I had the names before.
I think it was for that song "Flowers"
Well,
that
it's
she,
for Flowers, but I
and then
had
his
the producers'
song
names.
"When I Was Your Man."
Yeah, yeah, yes, exactly. Which, what's your
But you
thoughts?
know what's stupid? It took him long enough to sue her because when she first came out with that song, which was like over 2 years ago, she said that she like was influenced by the beat of "I Will Survive" and also "When I Was Your Man." Because if you listen to it, it's
Hmm.
giving "I will survive," hey hey, like that. So it took him long enough,
I don't
but
see survive. I don't see I will survive, but I do really see. I do
you
see,
don't. You gotta listen to that song again.
but I do see the when I was your man thing. Like I could see how it sounds like interpolation slash resung lyrics. Flowers is a great song. When I was your man is a great song, and Flowers is a great song. Um, do you think?
Hmm.
Do you think they have a case? Do you think they're gonna win? What's your thoughts?
I think that they'll give them publishing like credit,
Mm.
probably because the sound is so close. But I don't think I think it will get dismissed. I don't think it's gonna be like um she's gonna have to like remove it from platforms or something. I doubt it's gonna be that extreme, but settle that shit in court. You got next time, whoever you're working with, whoever's your producer, make sure that they're not plagiarizing or yeah, taking inspiration from other people. But then at the same time, it happens so much, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I agree. But listen, we'll see. We'll wait and see what happens with that. Another show that I was gonna ask you, have you been watching? Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City premiered. I think tonight will be the third episode.
Tonight?
First of
Okay.
all, just talk about how I feel like I'm going into the heaven of housewives this fall. I love fall. Fall shows. You're busy with shows. You're busy with the holidays. You're busy with so much and just enjoying what.
There's a word I thought about the other I listened, I heard, and when I listened to it, I was like, this is so Charlie. It's a word that describes autumn items for autumn. It's called not artisanal. It's like I don't know. I gotta look it up again. But it's basically like items for the fall. Whether it's apple cider donuts, like shit like that, things that you like. And I was like, this is giving very much Charlie. Anyway,
No, so I'm living in Housewives Heaven because New York, Real Housewives of New York premiered yesterday. I
I
watched
saw it.
maybe the first 15 minutes of it. I have to finish that.
What? Why?
Well, remember, I have to wait for Peacock. It
Oh
airs
yeah.
I wait the next day. So technically, It
It was
airs
a
on
good
Tuesday,
episode.
but I have to wait to Wednesday. Um,
Yes, that's the word. I can't say it though.
what is it?
Autumn, autumnal, autumnal. I don't.
Arsenal.
No, not arsenal. Autumnal,
Oh.
autumnal. I don't know.
But
Thanks for
I I watched
okay.
the first 15 minutes of New York City.
Hmm.
Potomac is premiering this Sunday. Um,
Oh,
OC, I don't watch OC, but OC is still airing, and then
I don't
Salt
watch
Lake
it.
City just started. So it's like in Beverly Hills, there was a teaser. I don't know if you've seen coming soon, which
Yeah, I saw it.
allegedly is dropping in November. I'm gonna say
Hmm.
alleged, but I know it is in November, end of November. So we're gonna be in Housewives heaven. There's gonna be 4 Housewives that we actually watch airing. Salt Lake City's right now airing. I don't know if you watched the episode so far. What are your thoughts? Mary's back as full time. The taglines have been revealed. What's your favorite tagline? And so far, what's your thought? What's your thoughts on the season so far? And I really want to know your thoughts on the newbie Bronwyn.
So I'm caught up. I watched the second episode again today. My thoughts on Bronwyn. First of all, she's like 37, and when the scene comes up of her husband, I was like, oh, that's her father. And then it says Bronwyn's husband. I was like, oh my God. Like he is old. But work. I don't think she's not giving right now. I'm not like in love with her. I don't think she's just there. I don't think she's all that
No.
because I feel like no. I think it's cool that she has fashions and like Christian Siriano did shout her out when he was in
Mhm.
Brush Up His
She got
Lives.
money, real money,
She
honey.
does. Yeah, she got money. But as far as like her, I don't know. We'll see like how it unfolds, the plot unfolds, because like right now she's like giving too much unsolicited like advice or like talking out of her ass. When she said that thing to when she called out Brittany, first of all, I don't know why she's there. That one that's dating one of
Weird,
the
weird,
companies.
weird,
She's
weird.
doing too much and like Mary being a bully, not a
She made
bully,
me
but going
cringe.
off on her. Yeah, she's cringe. Mary going off on her,
I
that
was
was
there.
hilarious. Yeah. Whitney and Heather and like Lisa, them and their bullshit like drama always. The saga never ends. I
I
like
gotta say,
Angie.
that first episode premiere, we on tonight will be the third one. It was
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, it was
It
good.
was good, especially I love Housewives dinner. They went and the way they were going. I'm like, I myself, I'm like, I felt like I was there. In
Do
my
you
head,
think it's
they were like,
wrong how do you think it's wrong that Whitney did the whole bath bubble bath or bath what is it? Bath bombs?
I like Meredith. I've liked Meredith since season one. There's something about Meredith that I don't know why I've liked since season one. I hope it doesn't change because I hear that as the season goes on, her and Mary clash.
Yeah,
And
they
you
do.
know, once I stand someone even blindly sometimes. So we'll see how that
That's
unfolds.
the difference between me and Charlie, guys. I gotta study the person first, and then I assess the situation. Or actually, that's a lie. Sometimes I'm like side eye.
But I like Meredith, but I think she's reaching with the whole bat. Like she's reaching. She just want like it's like
Is
Meredith.
she though?
You you don't think so?
It goes up her alley. She's been fighting for 2 seasons already about baths. Like let her have that moment. But Whitney, the way that she
Whitney's
said
annoying.
something about a clean bath, Whitney doesn't give me clean girl vibes either.
Whitney's annoying. I'll tell
She
you that.
That baby
Whitney's
voice
annoying.
drives me crazy.
And although it was, I'm like, damn, they ganged up. At the same time, I don't feel bad about that gang up that happened to her. Like I was
Yeah.
like, damn, this is a gang up. But at the same time, I'm like, well, girl,
What sign is
that
she?
was
She's
like
very annoying.
Libra.
I usually like Libra women,
Libra
but
season. Me too. Me too. I love Libras. But you know, you know. But yeah, so
only if you know, you know. Um, I watched the New York premiere. I'm not gonna give it away, but
Yeah, I still
it
have
was
like
very good.
40 minutes to watch.
That was very good, and this cast is giving real New York, like the rainbow that it is.
I'm happy to hear that because obviously, we're podcasters and stuff, and we follow a lot of, especially on Instagram. If you don't follow us on our Instagram, follow us. Is the name you may be seeing if you're watching live right there, on Instagram. We follow a lot of Bravo accounts, and there's some that like hate the new New York, the reboot. Like, oh, they're boring. Oh, it sucks. And I'm like, are we watching the same show?
It's way more refreshing. What do you want to see? 60-year-old women fighting in Upper East Side on the corner and fucking dancing around with no panties.
And no offense with that, because we're not ageist here, but it's like it could get old with the old cast. I mean, I liked it. Honestly, no, because the season before it was the first season I watched the whole thing. I'll be honest, the first season I watched the whole thing in its entirety, it was the COVID season, was when Ebony joined.
Yeah, I didn't like that season.
But yeah, that season, now looking back, I'm like, yeah. But last season, when the new reboot started with a new cast, I watched the whole thing, and I'm in for this season as well. Like, I like this fresh new cast. I like it. I'm invested in it like I wasn't before with the original one. And the original ones have icons like the Luann's and this Sonya's and the Bethany, of course, but I never really connected before. You always loved it. From the get, you've been a New York fan.
I've always loved the New York. The New York franchise has been my number one. You like Jersey? I've always been a New York girl. The difference between I can appreciate both. I can appreciate the legacy aspect of the older women. They were funny, hilarious, and like they were old society New York. This time around with this season, I feel as a woman in my 30s, a career woman in New York City, it resonates with me. I see Bryn or I see Raquel or even Jenna fucking Lyons. I went to Fashion Institute of Technology. Jenna Lyons is seen as like one of the freaking pillars of fashion. And being around that and watching that, like I feel I understand it. I relate. I can't relate to like Ramona coming from money from upstate New York and like getting divorced and dancing around on tables and being like pushing 70. No. And it's not even about age because Jenna Lyons is like was last season the oldest woman on the cast. However,
really?
She said she was 15 years older than a lot of the women on the cast. Most of them were in their late 30s or early 40s. But I don't know. It's just it's a breath of fresh air. And also, if you notice, I know that we talked about this last episode. The dating pool in New York City sucks, but a lot of people that are getting married and live in New York are kind of younger. And these career women are younger. They're not like old. But I'm happy and I'm looking forward to watching it the season in its entirety. And I love that there's diversity now. It's not just one black girl and a whole bunch of white women. Like it's not like that. They have lesbians now. They got a sprinkle of Latin women there.
Yes, diversity, and that's some of these Bravo accounts that like to trash them. Maybe that's the problem.
They're not used to seeing what you see. You think if you lived in New York and you walk down a block, whether it's Columbus Circle or Soho, you're gonna see women that look like this cast rather than Sonia Morgans and Luann de Lesseps. You're not gonna see that shit. So whatever.
I've listened to two different podcasts because obviously I listen to some other podcasts as well, and she happened to be the guest on two of the podcasts I be checking out.
Like darling,
and her voice, and then you could tell she smoked cigarettes too a lot because in both podcasts, they kept clearing her voice like, girl, like yeah, I swear to God, I'm like, girl, put down the Marlboros.
Cool.
But anyways, with that being said, we have a fun little game to play. Housewives related. We got this little book from Thea de Sosa, the Real Housewives Ultimate Trivia book. A great game for any Real Housewives fan out there. It's good for game nights, especially now with the holidays and all the get-togethers, and you and your friends love the Housewives. This is a perfect little book to have on deck to play some trivia. And right now, Melanie knows, as we just mentioned, Jersey is one of my favorites. But Melanie's been catching up on Potomac, which premieres this coming Sunday on Bravo. Listen, Bravo, run us something, because listen, we be promoting and talking about it. Runners are just
running my job.
First going to watch what happens live. That'll be we'll be just happy with that first step. Okay, Bravo. With that being said, here we are. We're gonna play a game. I'm going to quiz you with Potomac. We'll see if you've been paying attention to Potomac or if it's just background noise for you. And you're gonna quiz me with Jersey. And we're gonna see if I know Jersey or if I'm getting a little too ahead with all the other Housewife franchises. So here we go. While I look for Potomac, shoot me the first question, baby girl.
All right. Which of the following did Teresa not do on Real Housewives of New Jersey? A, throw water on the production team. B, smash a pie in Margaret's face. C, push Andy Cohen on a reunion stage. Or D, have her breasts augmented.
Smash a pie at Margaret's face.
Correct.
All right, your turn. Giselle and Karen's friendship could best be described as A, besties, B, frenemies, C, sisters, or D, rivals.
B, frenemies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which wife is a Las Vegas native? Is it Dina, Danielle, Caroline, or Jacqueline?
Jacqueline. All right, which housewife is not allowed around Karen's daughter? A, Giselle, B, Mia, C, Ashley, or D, Wendy. Why was I gonna say Wednesday?
Wendy? No. Giselle?
Ashley.
Why?
I think this was it was one of the earliest seasons. And it was something with Ashley that Karen was like, I don't want you around my daughter, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was maybe season 3 or 4. One of those.
Interesting. Yeah. What is the name of Dina's charity that aids ailing children with cancer?
Ladybug.
Okay, bitch. I have other questions that are not Jersey related that I want to ask.
All right, shoot me a random, not Jersey related question next. Here's your next one. Giselle and Robin are nicknamed what?
The Green-Eyed Bandit.
Exactly. I'm not even going to give you the choices. You know that one. Go ahead. Shoot me a random.
Okay.
With your best shot.
Name what each franchise is holding in the opening credits.
This franchise?
That's not hard.
That's a lot of franchises, but we'll go with a few.
Not all the franchises are holding.
Potomac is a flute. Atlanta is obviously a peach. New York is apple.
Orange County.
Orange County is an orange. Jersey doesn't hold anything.
Correct. Salt Lake City.
Snowflake.
That's it.
Right? Dallas didn't hold anything. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is a lot of franchises.
Miami.
They hold Mojito. A Mojito. Yeah, they hold Mojito.
Why does Google say Potomac holds crabs? That's funny. They hold champagne flutes.
Yeah, flutes.
Yeah.
All right. You two more for you. While Ashley was in labor, which housewife was negatively tweeting about her? A.
Candace Dillon Bassett.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Your turn.
What is the occupation of Dolores' ex-boyfriend, David?
Doctor. He was a doctor, no? Some type of doctor.
Well, there's OBGYN, plastic surgeon, contractor, or realtor.
OBGYN. Or plastic. OBGYN.
Yes, correct.
All right, your last one. Candace and Monique bonded quickly because they had what in common? A. Businesses. B. Fake breasts. C. Colleges. Or D. Pageants.
Candace and Monique had, well, colleges. They both went to HBU. What is it? HBCU college, but Candace went to Howard, and so did Monique's sister. So that doesn't really count. What was it?
Pageants.
Candace and Monique. Monique didn't do a pageant. Ashley did a pageant.
We may want to talk to Dia de Sosa, but it says pageant.
That's wrong.
That's
wrong.
We should DM and be like, girl.
Let's have her on the show and me auto fact check her.
All right.
Yeah.
We said it right here. Thea,
That's wrong.
this great,
and I just finished watching that season, so don't come for me.
Yeah, I feel like that's wrong too.
That's wrong. Candace,
it was Ashley and Candace that
it was sister.
And
what's her name? Candace was Miss United States, whereas Ashley was Miss USA or something like that.
Yeah. They did. Monique and Candace did not bond. I mean, I may have to check it back, but it was definitely not pageants because Monique was not a pageant girl. But I swear to God, it says pageants here.
Monique is not even a pageant girl. She was a rapper.
Yeah, she's not. She's not. I miss Monique. She's so beautiful. Libra girl. All right. My last one.
Who introduces Margaret to the group? Jacqueline, Kathy, Siggy, or Teresa?
Siggy.
Siggy introduced her and they got into beef? That's crazy. I don't know if it's right. Yeah, you're right.
Yay! I know my jersey. I know my jersey, girls. This was a fun game and a fun episode. Listen, y'all, we had a great time, and we gotta say, make sure you're watching us, following us on our Instagram page, especially these next few days, for some fun and some content and some things going on. A little surprise y'all will see tomorrow. Again, if you're not following us on our Instagram page, make sure to follow the Inner Circle on Instagram. I'm going to be giving you guys some fun glimpses and following me. But you have to follow us and tune in to see. Gotta wait and see. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to, again, follow us on Instagram, stream us, share on all your favorite streaming platforms, on YouTube. A like is free, it goes a long way. And we will be back next week. It's officially fall season, officially 29 more days till Halloween, and we're gonna have a lot of fun this month. So make sure you tune in, catch us every Wednesday. We appreciate you guys. Adios.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe, everything the Inner Circle podcast, and catch us every Wednesday live at 8 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook.